The Lakers thought they'd cracked the code. It was February. The team was floating in the middle of the Western Conference, stuck between injuries and inconsistency. LeBron James was still playing like the greatest 40-year-old the game has ever seen, but it wasn't enough. LA was too small, too soft, too unstable. They needed a spark, a star. So the Lakers front office pulled off one of the boldest moves in recent NBA history. They traded Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks, and in return, they got Luka Doncic. No draft picks, no young core rebuild, just a straight-up all-in swap. Two generational players changing jerseys mid-season. The kind of move that either builds a dynasty or ends one. For a while, it felt like destiny. Luka came out on fire. The offense clicked. The crowd buzzed. Luka and LeBron on the same team felt like something out of 2K. The Lakers finished strong, clinched a playoff spot, and entered the postseason as the scariest wild card in the league. And then, it all came crashing down. They didn't lose in the finals. They didn't lose in the conference finals. They didn't even make it to Game 6 of the first round. They lost in 5 games to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves didn't even have Karl Anthony Towns. He had been traded to the Knicks before the season. Minnesota was missing their second-best player and still made the Lakers look small, literally. The problem? Size, or the complete lack of it. Rudy Gobert turned the series into a personal highlight reel. In Game 5, he grabbed 24 rebounds. That's not a typo. 24. He didn't dominate with scoring. He didn't need to. He dominated the paint, the boards, and every second chance opportunity. The Lakers had no answer. No rim protection. No rebounding. No resistance. And that's where the irony sets in. Because Anthony Davis had told them. Before the trade, he said the Lakers needed more help in the paint, needed rim protection, needed someone to anchor the defense. And what did they do? They traded him for a player who's elite on offense but provides none of those things on defense. And then it got worse. Christian Wood was supposed to help. The long, skilled stretch big who could space the floor and block some shots. But mid-season, he goes down with a knee injury and never returns. That left Jackson Hayes as the only real big on the roster. Energy guy, rim runner, great motor, but he's not guarding Rudy Gobert in a playoff series. So now you've got LeBron James at 40 years old playing small ball center in the Western Conference. Luka's averaging 30, LeBron's defying time, and the Lakers are still getting bullied. After the Game 5 loss, LeBron didn't hold back. We got out. Toughed. We got out. Rebounded. We lacked size. Simple. Direct. True. The worst part is this wasn't some fluke collapse. This was a roster built without balance. No big man. No physicality. No margin for error. In today's Western Conference, that's a death sentence. The Nuggets have Nikola Jokic. The Thunder have Chet Holmgren. The Timberwolves have Gobert. Every real contender has size, rim protection, and paint toughness. The Lakers, they have stars, but they don't have structure. And now comes the offseason, the most important one the Lakers have faced in a decade. LA has around $15 million in cap, enough to work with. They've got a first-round pick, a few movable contracts like Rui Hachimura and possibly Christian Wood, and they've got 2 generational players in Luka and LeBron. But the question is simple. Can they build a real contender around those two? Let's talk trades. Not fantasy, not TikTok hype. Real, calculated targets the Lakers can actually go get to fix the one thing that just ruined their season. The lack of a dominant big man. First up, Myles Turner. This should be Rob Pelinka's first phone call. Turner is the prototype modern big. Nearly 2 blocks per game, stretches the floor at 36% from deep, doesn't need touches to be effective. He gives you rim protection and spacing, something the Lakers haven't had since the bubble run. He'd fit perfectly next to LeBron and Luka, but he won't come cheap. The deal likely starts with Rui Hachimura, salary filler, and a first-round pick. Expensive? Yes. But if you want to win now, it's a must. Next, Clint Capella. Less skilled than Turner, but much more attainable. Capella averaged over 10 rebounds and 1.5 blocks in limited minutes for Atlanta. He's a traditional rim runner who plays with toughness and doesn't care about touches. He's also on an expiring deal, so the Lakers can maintain flexibility while solving their paint problem. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Quiet, consistent, underappreciated. Poeltl's not flashy, but he's a smart defender and elite in pick-and-roll defense. If Toronto leans into a rebuild, Poeltl could be available, and he wouldn't cost a fortune. He's not your dream target, but he's exactly what this roster needs. And then there's Jarrett Allen, the dream target, the 26-year-old all-star big who rebounds, defends, and finishes at the rim. If Cleveland breaks up the Mobley-Allen frontcourt, Allen is the perfect fit. He gives LA an interior presence they haven't had since prime Dwight Howard. He'll cost you, but if he becomes available, the Lakers have to be first in line. Finally, Nick Claxton, Brooklyn's shot-blocking machine. Claxton is mobile, switchable, and elite as a help defender. He's not a scorer, but the Lakers don't need that. They need someone who can battle Jokic, contest drives, and clean up the glass. If Brooklyn resets, Claxton is a game-changing acquisition. These aren't just names, they're lifelines. Because if the Lakers run it back with the same lack of size, the same soft interior, and no defensive anchor, it won't matter what Luka or LeBron do. They'll drop 60 combined, and it still won't be enough. Because come playoff time, someone like Gobert or Jokic will walk into the paint like it's a grocery store aisle. And the Lakers? They'll be on the first flight home. So what's the answer? It's not blowing it up. It's not panic. It's smart roster construction. Step 1. Trade for a real big man. Step 2. Sign tough, defensive-minded wings who don't need the ball. Step 3. Build a bench that can survive minutes without LeBron or Luka. Guys like Jerami Grant, Matisse Thybulle, or even PJ Tucker on a minimum. Those are the types of role players who turn playoff games. And let's not forget the bargain bin. Mo Bamba, Daniel Theis, JaVale McGee. Not stars, but backup bigs who can soak up 10-15 minutes and protect the rim. This offseason isn't about headlines. It's about balance, fit, identity. The Lakers already have two of the best playmakers in the world. Now they need someone who can protect the paint behind them. Because without that, it doesn't matter how pretty the offense looks. If the Lakers want to win next season, they need to stop chasing flash and start building a team that can fight. Because Luka's greatness is real. LeBron's legacy is still writing itself. But unless the Lakers fix their interior, strengthen their defense, and get serious about structure, they're going to waste both. And no superstar duo, no matter how talented, can win without help where it matters most. In the paint. In the playoffs. When it's all on the line,